you clean your floors or your carpet. But for starters, we'll just roll our shoulders up, back, and down, add those elbows, add a little movement in your upper body as if you're doing a cat, and then opening into a cow, rounding, curling, bigger arms, both arms start to move. You can sway forward and back. Just a couple more. And then this time, let's lift up, reach with your left arm, reach with your right, squeeze those shoulder blades together, palms backward, shoulders out of your ears. Give me a little squeeze, little squeeze, little squeeze, squeeze. Relax those arms down. Couple more shoulders and step touch. We're just doing a little jogging arms today, kind of different. As if you're doing a bicep curl, you might as well flex your muscle like you're showing it. Oh. I'm sure my baggy shoulder or baggy sweater really looked like that. Both arms. In a moment, we'll do 2 to the left and 4, 3, 2 left. Add a hamstring curl. And I want you to turn your arms the other way, press down, tricep extension. You can either do it on the hamstring or you can double time it. Stay here, triceps and hamstrings. Turn that hamstring into a knee lift. Back to your hamstring curl. Back to your knee lift. Hamstring curl. 2 knee lifts, 2 hamstrings, sorry. That's sorry. I confused myself. You're doing 2 of each. Beautiful. Stay with knee lifts this time. Bring that knee across your body. Arms go up and over. In a moment, we'll stay on the left side in double time. In 4, 3, 2. Two more. Step touch. Back to that bicep. And then we'll do 2 to the right in 4, 3. Here you go. Flip those arms around, add your hamstring curl, tricep press. Stay here, hamstrings only. We're going to do something kind of fun, maybe. I want you to take your opposite hand to your curl. Then you're going to bring that knee lift in front and turn. I forgot what this was called. I knew it a minute ago in the old days. Back behind you again. To the front. To the back. 2 to the front. 2 to the back. Oops, that was 4. Whatever. All right, bring it back to center. Sorry about that. Knees up only. I think I got distracted trying to remember the name of that. In a moment, we'll stay on the right and double time it. 4, 3, 2. and step touch. Shoulder rolls. Wide stance. Give me a little dip down. And then wide stance. Abs in, bend those knees. Roll cat. Inhale cow. Roll cat. Inhale cow. Keep those legs nice and wide. Bring yourself down. Wide hands, wide legs. Shift your weight forward. Push up position, up and down. Head in line with your spine. And relax back. Kind of a down dog position, hang out, nod your head yes and shake no. Bend your knees, hands on your thighs, exhale cat. Inhale cow, drop that right shoulder in, look up over the left. Maybe even reach that left arm up. And bring it down. Opposite direction. And open that arm. Good, back through center. We're gonna go one more time each way, with or without the arm. Big deep breath in. And relax, all right. So because I'm on a hardwood, I'm gonna move my mat just a little bit. So we're gonna start with just a single glider, but I want you to have both handy. I just want everyone to get used to how they feel, even though I think most of you have done this before. So you might have a washcloth, microfiber cloth, you might have a duster, whatever you have. Let's put that under your left foot for now. Just polish your floor for a minute. Get used to how that feels. All right, weight on the right leg. We're going to slide that left leg forward and come up. Add a little arm work if you want. And now I have multiple things, right? I know a couple of you do. So I'm just going to keep all mine handy. I'm going to figure out which one's going to end up working the best for me today. And meanwhile, you're doing your little leg forward. So for me, the less neck it has, the better. Last two and last one. Stand it up. Same thing out to the side. And again, hands can be here. You can add arm movement to match the legs, whatever you'd like. That right glute should really start to be feeling these, be starting to feel these, maybe even in the quad. Last two, last one. Now that leg, abs in, straight behind. Get that back leg straight. So use your quad and then pull it up and in. Stretch it back and pull it up and in. Almost there. All right, now the fun one, we swing it around and we curtsy and come back. Swing and curtsy. Again, you can hold your arms still, you can add them, totally up to you guys. Last two. Last one, sit down and bring it up. Ooh, let's give that right hip a little love. We're going to cross it over, spin those arms to the left, push the hip to the right. Maybe put your hand here and give that hip a little shove. Reach out, extend. Bring your hands down to support yourself. Both legs are straight. Feel that deeper stretch right back here. And bring it up tall. We get to do the other side. So weight is on your left leg. Polish your floor a couple times. And then as you are ready, that right foot slides forward, right? So totally up to you, hands in prayer position. They might be out here balancing. You can do some arm movement if you like. Almost there. Beautiful. Now we're going to shift that leg as we lunge to the side. Again, hands in prayer or arm movement, match the legs, whatever you want. Two more. And then that leg is going to go straight back and really push, tighten that quad. That's a big piece of this, remember. Hopefully that left glute, hamstring, they are feeling this. And then we curtsy. Almost there. And relax. Left leg over right. Arms up and over or arm. Push the hip to the left. Press, press, press. Straighten everything out. Give yourself a lot of support with your hands as you push that hip back. It's like a Betty Boop move here, I think. And lift it on up. All right, so we did that with one leg. You could certainly have stood on slippery items with both legs. I just don't love to do that. Okay. However, if you feel up to it, you're going to grab that second one and your feet are going to be on that. As we come back in that push-up position with those wide legs again, you're going to walk it out in that push-up position, but this time your hands are right underneath you for a plank type position. Feet come together, feet go apart. Feet together and apart. As you do this, I'm going to turn sideways in a second. You're not going up and down with those hips, right? So, hand polishing the floor. Apart and together, not up and down, right? So stability through those abs as those legs go in and out. I want you to notice if one goes further than the other, and it's not just because your floor is slippery or sticky. Try to make it even. So go to the shorter range, right? If one goes farther, I want you to match the smaller one. Just a couple more, because I hope you guys are feeling these. Beautiful. Feet off of that. Walk it back, hang upside down, bend the knees, hands on your thighs. Exhale, cat. And inhale, cow, shoulders back and down. All right. We're going to do that again, only we're going to bring those claws out underneath our hands. And we're going to find that plank. Now, this is not going to be a big move. I want your right hand to slide forward without this happening, right? So wide legs, right hand, left hand. Stability through your spine. Again, try not to flip-flop your hips for me. I'm taking a quick peek. So you want to keep those hips in a nice, strong alignment, but not let them pike up if you can. So even those hips up, good. Take a break, come back up. Feel free to roll through a cat-cow if you want. All right, and now those claws go back under our feet again. We're going to bend our knees. We're going to walk out. By the way, we're doing quite a few, straight arm moves. You're welcome if you have something cushioning to be on your fists. If not, if you wanted to roll something up so that you can have the back of your hand or the heel of your hand on cushioning and the rest of your hand off, feel free to do that. Sorry, Nutmeg. In your thing here. All right, so again, those hands are planking here. So we're going to try again to keep those hips in line, bend the knees and drag forward a tiny bit and press back. And you're trying to do that without raising those hips. Bend in and push back. It can be as small as you want it, or you could just bend your knees and hover here, or you can hold a plank for a moment. We're not going to be here forever. And then wide stance, walk it back again, roll it up, extend it out. Shoulders back and down. So not everything we do today is going to be with these gliders because I find some limitations at some points. So next thing we're going to do, I'm not going to do because there's a cat on my chair. Maybe I can do it with this. We're going to do a set of dips for our triceps. So if you're in a chair, hands on each side of the chair, shoulders back and down. You want to be about at a 90-degree angle to start with your knees. Eventually you can walk your feet forward, shoulders back and down, and those hips graze and come up, right? So you're not way out on an angle. Right, so you just drop your hips and lift. And relax. Go ahead and shake your hands out. Take your right arm forward, pull it back, get a stretch, make sure the elbow is straight, and then pull it down, follow through, and pull back that way. Now flip the hand over, palm, open, pull back on those fingers. And then a gentle fist, and we pull back. We're going to take that same hand, touch the right shoulder, give it a little tricep stretch. And then we go center and then to the left. Shake that out, left hand forward, pull those fingers back. Good, drop down, pull back. Flip the palm, pull back with the elbow straight. And then a gentle fist and pull down. Left hand to your left shoulder, give it a press. To the center of your spine and to the right. Roll that out, sit nice and tall, extend open, and then come on up, standing position. Okay, this one's just kind of silly, but I want you to take whatever it is, your glider, your paper plate, whatever, and I want you to hold it between your knees. Because we're going to do a hamstring curl, but having this is going to make us use those medial hamstrings, those closer ones. So weight on your left leg, right leg bends, and we're just going to do a hamstring curl. You can add a little pretend bicep curl here, but try and actually make your bicep pop up and feel that hamstring on the right side really working because those knees are squeezed together. You should feel that more. Abs in, tailbone long. Just a couple more. Beautiful. I hope you felt that. That right leg is going to step out on an angle, toe turned out, left knee bends. Stick your booty out, long, flat spine, and then roll those right toes up for a deeper hamstring stretch. Roll the toes back down, bend that knee, and round yourself up. Take that, whatever it is, glider or paper plate, put it between your knees again, abs in, tall spine, bend that left knee, give me a hamstring curl. Oh, well, I did that one good enough to get a cramp. Add your bicep. Just a few more here. And relax. Step out with that left leg, toes pointed out, bend that right knee. Send your tailbone back, long, flat spine. Roll those toes up. Roll them back down. And then lift it straight back up again. All right. So we're coming down to the ground. You're probably going to leave only about half of your mat available at this point, because we still want to be able to create some movement. So just unfold your mat maybe halfway. And we'll start with what a lot of you know is coming, which is booty hamstring work again. I know we just worked those hamstrings. So this time, because you're well supported by the ground, both feet are on your claws or your paper plate or whatever you have. And you're going to lie down in that bridge position, and we're lifting up. All right. Starting nicely, hands just hover. Right leg is going to go forward and then squeeze back. Forward and squeeze back. Good. Take a break. Keep your hips up. Left leg, same thing. Beautiful. Hips down, legs straight. Abs in, hands down. Pull the belly button in. Press into those hands. Pull the right leg back, just maybe an inch or two. It'll be a smaller movement, but I'd like you to see, can you do this without your hips on the ground, right? So I've just lifted my hips an inch. You probably can't even tell, but there's a little space under there. Relax completely. Deep breath in, push the hips up, left leg, same thing. And relax. Leave those rags where they are, hug your knees in. Take a little side to side rock. You may have felt that a little bit in your low back. And we're going to do another round, but pull those rags back. Try and get your whole foot on it this time if you can. Lift up in your bridge. You're going to take your right leg to the right and center, left and center, right, center, left, center, right, left. Two more. Here's your big challenge. Can you open your legs and squeeze them back? Open and squeeze without your hips going walk, 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 right? So try and keep your hips elevated, legs go open and close, open and close, open and close. Keep going, just 4 more. And relax. Ooh, straighten out that right leg. hug that left knee into your chest. And we're going to give it some nice gentle circles for a moment. And then we'll let it move to the left. We'll flex it back, extend it, support it. And then stretch that left leg out. Right knee comes in and over to the right. Create some movement for it. And then move it over to the side, straighten it out with a lot of support, give it some movement through the ankles and bring it down. All right, gently bring yourself up. Keep your rags down there. We're going to take that bottom leg, you're facing me, bottom leg on the back one. Protect this shoulder, push it back, lift up out of it. Top leg on the front rag. You are in a side plank as you come up. Top leg in front and back leg behind and back, front, back, back. One more time, front, back. Can you do both at the same time? Open, close, open, close, open, close. Now your hips might move up and down a little bit, but I don't want it to be a big dip if you can help it. And relax. Remember what side you just did. Look at your legs. Notice which way you're facing the camera, okay? Because we're going to do some forward plank before we move on to the other side. Gosh, it would have helped if I had the right side down. The correct side. Okay. Toes are on those cushions now. And you're in a forearm plank. Hands apart, and then as you feel ready, stretch yourself out on that forearm plank. From there, you're going to look down at your toes, you're going to lift your hips, pull your belly button in, round up, highest hike you can do, stretch back, find your plank, hold, pull your abs in, reach, stretch to the sky, and then press it back out again. Pull your abs in, reach, reach, reach up to the sky, and stretch it back out. You have two more, pull it in and up, plank it, hold it, and then last time, pull it in, plank it out, and bend those knees. Ooh, press back, resting position. All right, so we need to do that side plank on the opposite side. So turn and face me again, but have the opposite leg on top if you can remember. If you switch your head to the opposite end, that should work. So your bottom leg is going to go on that back cloth, the top leg on the front cloth. Shoulder up, back, and down. Lift it up. We're going to move that front leg forward. Back leg back, front, back, front, and back. And we're going to try both. Open, close, open, close. Trying to keep those hips elevated. And relax. Keep your claws off the mat. Cloths, not claws. Come onto your abs and bring your hands on top of those cloths. Shoulders back and down, deep breath in, exhale, press to lift, and then you're going to pull those arms, squeeze them back just a little bit to start with. We're going to add on. You're going to squeeze. You're going to open those arms, pull them back and down, dive them forward. So again, you can lift and squeeze them down, must be here, and press down. So a breaststroke, very nice polishing of the floor here. I'm gonna go get some wood polish. Good. If you want to make it smaller and just use your upper body, I love that. You can really feel that between the shoulder blades. My abs are in, toes are pointed, kneecaps are lifted if possible. Just little circles will really work those shoulder muscles. You could even let your forehead rest and just do this with the arms. And relax, because guess what? We're going the other way. So it's as if you're pulling the water in and then pressing it out and away. So opposite motion, opposite circle again, head can be down completely. It could be up an inch. You can go full on if you want, up and down. That's just going to be a little more on your low back. So you decide. Don't want you to hurt yourselves. And relax. Ah, that should feel good. Come on up, hands and knees. Leave one of your gliders out front with your right hand. Take the other one to your left toes. All right, so we'll start kind of nice and easy here. Right hand, left leg extend and pull back. So my knee has to bend a little bit. Now, if I want to make it a little bit harder, sorry, I probably have to consolidate a little bit. You come up into a high plank, right? And then same thing, arm and leg move at the same time, right? So you're down here, you're pressing them away and pulling them in. When you come up here, you press them away. It won't be a very big move, just depending on how much that knee can bend. But again, look at your hips. Can you even them out as much as possible? Nice. Let's come back to center. Square it up. Move your gliders so that they'll be under your right foot and your left hand. And we'll start the nice way. Reach and pull in. Reach and pull in. If at any point you want to go ahead up in that full position, feel free to go ahead. And we're all going to relax. All right, as you come down, let's go ahead and move those claws. We're going to sit for a second. We're going to move through those wrists again. So we're going to shoot that hoop, but we're going to circle this time. And we're going to reverse your circle. And then left arm, shoot the hoop, circle, and circle the other way. And relax. You can probably unfold your mat at this point, but keep your gliders handy, please. So we're going to put one glider on each side of your mat, hands on those gliders. We're going to slide back, knees not flaring, their shoulders back and down, and bring yourself up and glide back. So it's basically a roll down, might be a full roll up, using the gliders, arms out to the side, abs in. You go as far as you want or not. And I'm just doing a 2 count here, right? Exhale down, inhale up. If you want to pause at the bottom and the top, feel free. Again, halfway is absolutely fine. Sometimes I feel as if roll downs actually work us a little more than a full roll up, so feel free. And we're going to let go of those claws and we're going to roll all the way down and hug our knees in for a moment. Again, taking a nice little break here. Let's put the left foot on the ground, right knee crosses all the way over, arms into a T, let the knees drop left. Little twist here. Back up through center, left over right, and the other way. Hey babe, I'll fix your, here, I'll fix your mat. Here, go, baby. I'm sorry, sweetie. Good, and back through center. All right, I lied. We probably need our mats a little bit out of the way, but you only need to roll it up a little bit. You could even give a fold and put it underneath your hips so that you're going to have a little bit of a pelvic tilt here, right? So my hips are a little higher, and then those claws are going where your toes are going to land for a toe touch. So as always for toe touches, abs in, low back close to the ground. We're going to lift our legs in tabletop. We're going to toe touch if you're able, and then make sure your mats are there. Glide forward and back, up, down, forward. Small movement, by the way, because I don't want you to pull your back out. If I go too far, you can see this happens, right? So don't go that far. And it may even be that you don't actually go all the way down in a toe touch, in which case you're obviously not going to glide. It is dangerous when you do that glide that your belly wants to lift up, right? It's not dangerous, but that's what your body wants to do. So be careful. You have to kind of reinforce your pelvic tilt if you add that glide. Man, do you guys feel these? It's gracious. Especially if your towel goes away. Just a couple more here. And once again, we'll relax. Let those knees take a little rock side to side. Okay. Hey, babe. All right, we're coming up again. Bring your claws with you, or your gliders. We're going to put one glider. I'm going to go this way first because you guys can see me better. At the top of the mat, and we're going to be lying sideways. Your hand is going to be on that glider, and I want the rest of your body to be in the longest, straightest line that you can handle. You don't want to be hinged unless you need to because you have some hip issues. Waistline off the ground. We're going to take this top arm, we're going to stretch so that we lift up, but we're not pushing the ribs into the ground. You're lifting the ribs up and the elbow and the shoulder. So from here, you should feel tricep, lats, and obliques. And then if you're able, you come a little higher and then you glide down. If you feel that in your shoulder, bring your arm out in front of you instead. Top arm is reaching down toward your ankle. And relax. I hope you felt those all the way down that bottom side of the body. Flip to the other side, please. So we're going to lie down in that long straight line. That bottom hand is on your cloth. Hopefully you guys can still see me while the princess, the very regal princess, is here. All right, so the first thing you want to do, straighten up, pull that belly button in, get that waistline off the ground and press up, get your elbow, your shoulder, and your ribs off the ground. If you're able, you come up a little more. And just one more, and relax. So again, you should have gotten a little bit of tricep love there. We're going to flip all the way back over onto our spine. You don't need your gliders anymore. Go ahead and lie down. hug your knees into your chest, please. And take a little rock side to side. I want you to kind of pedal your legs, so as you rock to one side, one knee comes in, the other moves away, maybe reverse it. Good, and then hug those knees a little deeper and then put the left foot on the ground. That should leave your right knee in really close to you. Let's use both hands and let's manipulate the feet. So when we use these gliders, sometimes those feet do a little more work. So try and get spaces between the bones, right? So I'm going to put my fingers between each little phalange, metatarsal. And then I'm going to move each toe. I'm going to try and get it straight if it has a tendency to curl. And then I'm going to eventually reach down with just my right hand, push the heel up in the air, pull the knee down, and get a big stretch. Extend that leg. If you can still hold there, do some pressing, pulling and pressing. And if that's not happening, then you turn that hand down a little lower on your body and turn at the ankle. Then you're going to turn that leg in. We're going to bend the knee and we're going to straighten out the left leg. We're going to hug that right knee in and put the right heel just really close to your left hip crease, just so that we're feeling a nice outer hip stretch. Then put that foot on the outside of the left leg, let it flare open, figure 4. We'll thread the needle, we'll extend that left leg up and point and flex. Circle, bend it again, hug it in, and then crisscross those knees, arms out into a T, and we'll drop knees to the left. Back up through center, uncross your legs, left knee comes in this time. Really nice and close again to that rib cage. Reach down with both hands. Let's try and create some mobility and some space between each little bone. Try to articulate. Move each toe, push it, try and straighten it out. And then left hand is going to pull back those toes. Knee comes down and in, heel presses up. And then we'll try to straighten it and point and flex. Again, if you're holding lower, that's fine. You circle. And then we're going to bend that knee in. We're going to straighten out the right leg. Left heel comes close to that right hip flexor. We pull that knee up and across so we get the big hip stretch. And then the foot drops to the outside and flips open. Bend that knee and extend that right leg if that's okay with you. Point and flex through that ankle. And then bend again, hug it all in. Right foot on the, or excuse me, left knee crosses all the way over the right, and we drop to the right. Back through center, take a little rock side to side. You are eventually going to meet me on your hands and knees, however you want to get there. Hopefully your room is really clean now, or your carpet has streaks in it. Hands out in front for an undulating cow cat. And then we'll box everything up. Press up, pedal out. Wide stance. Nod yes and shake no. Hands on your thighs, except cat. Inhale, cow. Big deep breath in. And curtsy. Thank y'all.